Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 104. We back, baby.
We're back.
Had a little break for some personal reasons.
A sabbatical.
Well, life sabbatical. We went on a mission deep into the mountains to find ourselves.
And I'm back, and I'm enlightened.
I have attained enlightenment. But yes.
And sleep deprivation, but yeah.
Yeah, mostly that. But that's on the regular, so, you know.
Yeah, that part didn't change.
That never changes. But, boy, is there a lot of shit that happened.
Yes.
A lot of manga chapters, new anime season, and there's a lot of good stuff this anime season.
I've only watched one anime so far, so.
I assume Vigilantes.
Yes.
Ah.
Because it was simuldubbed.
Oh, good. You know what you should watch, though? Where'd you watch it? Crunchyroll? Netflix?
My partner hunted it down. So.
Do you have Crunchyroll?
Yes, we still have Crunchyroll.
Okay. So, on Crunchyroll, watch To Be a Hero X.
I was about to say, every time it takes money from my account, I remember that I shouldn't be having Crunchyroll for now. But now I need it again, so that's out the window.
Yeah, amazing first episode.
Again? Sorry.
My To Be a Hero X. I didn't even know it was a thing, and I saw a bunch of like whatever day it aired, it was just everywhere. Every anime thing I follow, every Facebook group, Twitter person, everyone was just all over this anime because of the cliffhanger it ended on, and just it's same art style as Arcane.
Okay.
And
yeah, I need some sort of synopsis.
Yes. So it's the superheroes in the world, whatever. I assume his job was marketing. He'd make trailer and fired him. He hated life. It was like it's like a super like he's covered in a billboard. You know what I mean? So it's some advertise. It's like adpocalypse everywhere, and that's this world he lives in. And he hates everything. He goes with the shit, and he stands on the ledge, and he's about to jump, and he throws his fucking box to the side, and he flips out the Superman or the All Might, the like popular hero. I guess his name's Nice or whatever, and he goes to flip the dude off at a picture behind him, and he flips him off, and then the hero's right there, and he's coming down, all flying, and he doesn't say anything. He just walks up to him, and he's all smiling. He's like, "What?" And the dude does a signature like finger gun pose with a side smile, like this, and he goes and walks off the building, and he kills himself instead.
Jesus.
So he's like, "What?" And he just saw it happen. So Nice's like manager person is like freaking out. Her goons just tackle this dude and kidnap him, and he's freaking out. I didn't do nothing. They interrogate him, figure out what's happening, and I think this could have happened before because he kind of looks like Nice. So they dye his hair, his same color, and they make him replace the superhero.
Nice.
And I guess the way superhero powers work is general perception. That's how you get powers. So if you are loved by the citizens, that love is what empowers you. So he can actually quite literally take this dude's place.
Almost kind of like Noragami, where like their belief in the god is what empowers the god.
Yes. So it's kind of like that. So he kind of looked like him. Obviously, he needed a makeup. His hair was a different color. So they kind of did that. And so now he's that. And there's one big detail we went out, but it would ruin that cliffhanger at the end, which is really fair. It's like a good hook. And the animation is there's a fight scene boss that fired him, and it's fucking very good. I know this the studio that does it. Part of me wants to say Mappa, but I know it's not Mappa for whatever reason. But let's see. Oh, and I didn't know this, but should have known this. Lazarus?
Yes.
I haven't watched it yet.
I have not watched it yet either. But it's Shinichiro Watanabe.
Yes, the dude that made.
Yeah, he's so great that I actually know his name now. Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy, Terror in Resonance.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I rewatched all of that. I told you that.
Yeah.
I watched that whole season again.
I didn't know that one until someone else was glazing Shinichiro, and they threw that in there. I'm like, okay, what? Excuse me? Huh? I'm all ears. So yeah, we almost started Lazarus the other day, but we watched something else. I'm trying to remember what the hell we watched, because we just bumped into a random Wit Studio thing.
Moonrise?
Yes. I was never going to pull that name out of my brain.
I want to watch it, but because I heard about it because someone posted it in a group. They're like, "Go watch this, please." It's their Attack on Titan group, Wit Studios Attack on Titan team that's doing it, and even the lead director put a post out urging people to go watch it because Netflix did no promotional work for it.
They sure didn't.
They just dumped the whole season out, and I'm gonna watch it.
It was a lot of establishing in the first episode. It's actually kind of funny, some of the conversations, because they just had to establish so goddamn much. But, that said, pretty fucking cool.
Paper plane animations, so I don't know who the fuck that is, actually. Oh, it's a Chinese/Japanese co-production, primarily made by B-Dream. While B-Dream was the production company, they collaborated with BP Animation Co., Studio Land, and Paper Plane Animation Studios. So, I don't know any of those people.
Me either. It was pretty good, but again, they sure had to establish a lot of that first episode. They were really trucking it, man.
Yeah, it's Gundam without the Gundams, I hear.
Yeah, pretty much, but
they achieved peace on Earth by shipping all the criminals to the moon, and the moon people revolt.
You know what it is? It's Killzone, but prettier. It's anime Killzone.
Really?
Yeah, because the story of Killzone is they went to colonize a planet. The planet had disease, so they abandoned the people that colonized it. Fast forward a bunch of generations, those people didn't die, and they're hella pissed. So it's pretty much the same, except with criminals.
Sounds about right.
And there's like a whole big attack in the first episode, and it's
isn't there like a moon, like a bridge or something? And
they have a series of space elevators that go all the way around the planet. That's how far in the future we're talking, man. And so like a ship will just pull up to one of the space elevators, dock, and people can come down to Earth through the giant fucking elevator.
Did it destroy a elevator or all elevators?
No, I don't quite remember. At first it looked like a elevator, but man, it was like if we're talking level of destruction, it's like a planetary Midgard situation. Like that shit was coming down.
Yeah, no, I saw stuff about it, and then I saw Mother's Basement did a video about the spring season.
Oh, I still haven't watched it.
And I watched it today, and Moonrise was in it.
It was a pretty damn good first episode. We watched that. We watched the first episode of Vigilantes, and we watched more Daima. DragonBall Diama, which had a banger fight. A seriously banger fight.
Glorious. I've saw the first episode, that's it.
Yeah, it's Kid Goku versus... Well, Goku as now a kid. So still Kid Goku. He uses Power Pull and everything. It's just really easy to say that. Kid Goku versus this giant robot called a Tamigami. And I thought, again, most of the Dragon Ball, I don't assume it's going to be a nice even fight. I'm like, man, is it going to be like Goku just like silly beats this thing? No. It was a fucking banger. I'm going to fucking send you it. It was actually really good. The whole time, too. And
they make fucking Super Saiyan 4 canon, though, which kind of breaks the plot.
It does, but this was Toriyama's love baby before he passed. And it really shows because it's a lot more like original Dragon Ball than Dragon Ball Z. It's still got some Dragon Ball Z touches. It's still like the same continuity if Super did not exist. But it's just so much more about like adventure and little things and culture instead of just being like flurry punches and laser beams and constant threats.
Cool.
And they're exploring the demon world.
Yes, I did not, because I've seen a first episode, so...
The lore is a bit much to pack into my brain, and that says a lot for Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But it was I was not ready for how much lore, but it's really good.
Glorious. And so I mean, there's still a few that I've still.
Have you watched Vigilantes yet?
No, it's about the only one I haven't watched.
Good.
Because I watched Witch Watch. I watched Now I'm blanking on what I've watched. I watched Witch Watch. I watched To Be a Hero X. I swear I'm forgetting one.
There's something I didn't start yet because it wasn't dubbed yet. Vigilantes.
Oh, I haven't seen Lazarus yet because I don't know where to watch it because it's on Adult Swim, so I might have to try and Yarg-made it.
Yeah, because it's definitely on Max then.
Yeah, and I ain't got Max.
Yeah. Finish the Harley Quinn show.
But... And I did watch the Demon Sword or something like that. It started with the fucking 1 hour first episode.
I finally remembered. We Fire Force, but we're waiting for the dub.
Oh, yeah, see, I want to watch it, but I still need to finish season 2, so it'll be a binge for me.
Yeah, let's say so. Finish season 2.
Yeah. Especially because I hear this season is the final season. I don't know if it's going to be 2 cores or how.
Probably 2 cores. I don't know though, because I don't know how much more there is to cover. I just know those little tiny bits of spoilers, and they seem pretty far away to me.
Yeah. Unless the power scaling gets crazy real quick.
And it might, but yeah. But it is the final season. Beastars, I don't know if it's finally out or if it's coming very soon, but the second half of the last season's coming.
Nice. Yeah, the Demon Sword anime. Fire.
Yeah?
Fire.
How's Witch Watch?
Good.
Ooh.
I mean, I have to watch more of it, but like, cause when I read it, you saw me reading it one time. I'm laughing like crazy, but like, I don't know. But then like I've heard the opposite, where people like I didn't really get into the manga because of the comedy, but the anime comedy hit. So I'm like here for it, and I'm like kind of the opposite.
I always find now that I read manga like an enlightened master, I like it way more in manga for comedy. Something about the page flip, something about reading.
Depends for me, I guess, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep watching it, but there's 2 others.
Did you ever finish Sakamoto?
Nope.
Ouch.
Well, because you said it started going bad, so I'm like, do I want to? Did you finish it?
Yeah, I still finished it. It's an okay adaptation.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like, but I've read it, so it's not like I'm missing out. It's like, oh, you need to get the rest of the story. I know what happens.
I said it the other day to my partner, but they need to really start adding some impact frames or something. Like,
yeah.
The cuts, the shots are not crispy.
Yeah.
It's just going through the motions. The color palette's great. The art's great. It's just not hitting.
There are 2 more. So on top of all of these other anime, there's still 2 more that I want to at least check out. I say that because one of them sounds pretty good. One of them's story sounds really good. But from what people are saying, the adaptation is fucking ass. People were not happy. And I don't know that one's name. So it's a manhwa.
Of course, I got the short end of the stick.
That I guess takes some inspiration from Ashoka Tensei, kind of, I heard, or something. But I could be conflating that because the other one is like the back. It's got a stupid fucking name. But it's not an isekai, from what I understand. But it's something like the backcountry bumpkin is a sword master trainer or something like that. But I looked at it and I'm like, the first episode seems pretty cool. And the fight choreography looks good, and the story is like the dude's just like it's about like realistic sword fighting, I heard, or whatever.
Oh, so that would be a breath of some fresh fucking air, man.
Or like as in maybe they incorporate like real
sword
techniques into his thing. And basic premise is he's just a dude in the countryside that he owns his own sword dojo in like a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
and he's just it's an older guy, so he looks like he's probably in his like mid-30s, maybe he's older, 40s, maybe even older, who knows, I don't know his age. He looks like he's an older man. He's a grown-ass man, and he teaches people how to use a sword, but he's in some some small-ass town in the middle of fucking nowhere. But then apparently everyone he's trained has gone off to be
incredible,
very accomplished people, like #1 adventurer, #1 in the fucking royal guard or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of them
they're all Jaime Lannisters.
Yeah, and they all say they've never seen a sword wielder better than he is. So 2 of them, I guess, end up coming there and like have requests that he come to the capital and start a dojo like in the capital or whatever. Like, that sounds interesting enough for me to watch the first episode and see for myself, and maybe see a season 2. But the other one, just based on what everyone says about it, I took a screenshot, I think, of whatever it is. I'll be able to find it because of the discourse on it.
Yeah.
But everyone says that the source material is fire, and everyone is all about that. And I looked up trailers, I went back to look up a trailer for it to see what the comments on the trailer was before it released. And everyone in there were just like praying it was a good adaptation. Now come release, and everyone's saying it's ass. I don't know what makes it ass, which I want to see. So what I'll probably end up doing is read the first 2 chapters or whatever, and then watch the episode, or watch the episode
just
to see what it is that they don't like. Is it just because it's Record of Ragnarok slideshowy, or is it
Sakamoto not punchy,
or is it that they left a whole bunch of shit out and just skipping random shit to it's pacing his ass,
or a combination of these?
Right, I want to know.
Is it like
what
that?
Makes it so bad?
What's that horrible anime you sent me a clip from with the guy on the fucking tractor?
Oh, I don't remember the anime, but yeah, it's an isekai that just the budget was terrible.
Yeah, where they mix in random CGI and cutouts.
Yeah, and literally put the anime filter over live action stuff to be anime.
I might watch that. Morbid curiosity.
Right. But because I was looking at the comments and everyone was like, well, yeah, maybe it is bad animation, bad bad adaptation. But from what the one person comment said, and he posted a screenshot proving it, it was the most liked episode of the season on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
So it had the most likes of all of the episode 1s of all the new animes. This one had 70-something thousand likes, and the next one only had 50. So it's got a lot of people watching whatever this is. So I just want to see what it's about. I wish I knew the fucking... This is going to drive me insane now. Because people maybe someone listening knows what I'm talking about, but I don't want to leave people hanging that...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Oh, that's To Be a Hero X. I feel like these screenshots are already too old to be whatever. Yeah, I don't have a screenshot of it. Let's see if I liked the video on YouTube. That'd be my last. No, but I did see a fucking Chinese anime that looks just fire.
God, they always do. This is... also looked like faux Demon Slayer there for a second.
What is this thing called? Description, please. Figures, because I hate that if I go into my liked videos on YouTube and click a video, it puts it into a playlist of liked videos. Why can't I just go straight to the video? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Northwind Broken Time is this Chinese anime. It's a movie, and it looks pretty good.
Northwind Broken Time.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know the anime.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll
disappointing one.
I'll look into it and come back next week and name drop it.
Absolutely.
And maybe by then, maybe
You'll have watched it?
I'll have watched it. And on top of all of this,
Uh-oh.
One Piece came back.
Hey.
Yes, so we got a taste of Frankie's new voice actor.
Good? Good enough?
It's going to take some getting used to. It's... Right, so if you're watching One Piece dub, you'll be fine, because the voice actor's not going to change. It's Japanese one that changed. But it's a different voice. It's not that they went out trying to find someone that sounded like...
They just went all in on someone else.
Yeah, they're like, this guy. And he's done... He's a known person, so... let's see. New Frankie voice actor. Get his name. Paste it. Oh my god, just list his works, please. Film RV. Let's see. It was in Black Bullet.
Oh my god. I was thought you were going to say Black Torch instead. Jesus.
91 Days, Striga.
Oh.
He's in...
I know you never will, but you should watch 91 Days.
He's in JoJo Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind.
Nice.
Pesci. I don't know who that is. It's a JoJo character. Just looking for like...
Probably Pesci.
Oh, he's Toto's voice actor in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Eee.
Oh
my god, gotcha.
Tokyo Revengers.
Oh yeah, so he's gone big.
Oh, he played One Piece before. He played the young Buggy in 2021. He's the narrator for Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush.
I never even heard of that one. They kept doing it.
He's King Shark in the Suicide Squad Isekai.
Hey, that's a really easy role. He was not the mouthiest person in that, let me tell you. We just finished the Harley Quinn show too, because they did a whole Brainiac themed season, and that was really good. It's like surprisingly good. I already liked the Harley Quinn show, but it was like better than last season.
Yeah, so I'll let you just choose that. Yeah, so you can tell it's a lot different.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done a super yet, so that's really going to be...
Oh, yeah, that's going to be the difference maker.
That's going to be the difference maker right there. So, but it's not that bad. I mean, it sucked too because everyone's talking about it because the very first episode, that line was the only line he had the whole episode.
Just everyone's like waiting.
But there has been another episode since, and he had a few lines in that one. So
nice.
I don't think it's bad. I think if you are a new person to One Piece, you never saw One Piece, and then Frankie comes on screen, and this guy was his voice, and just started talking, you'd be like, all right, that kind of fits. Yeah, it works. But the other guy, I think his name was Kozuki Yao. I could be saying his name wrong, but something along those lines. That guy's voice for Frankie, like, you can tell if you look compared like Frankie's voice in like say Wano to like 3, 4, 5 arcs ago, you could see the difference because over time he was getting older. His voice had been going down, and Frankie's voice is not. That's not an easy voice to be saying all the time. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of weird vocalizations even, and a lot of like really like.
He's super expressive, too, and very loud and in your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not a very reserved voice. It's a, I'm here, I'm doing things, we're going. Yeah. So, and the voice actor I think was 82. So, yeah, he was up there. The whole cast is getting old. This guy's the youngest one now. He's in his I guess he's in his mid-30s. The next one is Nami's voice actor, and she's in her early 50s. Yeah. So
not too bad though. I mean,
yeah.
50's not bad to be a voice actor. Definitely like when you're gonna start declining. Don't get me wrong, but it could work for a 50-year-old.
I think it's Nami's voice act. One of the voice actors in One Piece. I want to say it's Nami, but at the same time, I also want to say that it was Chopper's voice actor. But I don't remember who it was. But one of the voice actors of the Straw Hat crew is also the original voice actor of Pikachu.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Really got like the best roles ever.
Yeah, I just don't remember who.
Pika P.
Yeah. But, no.
On to some manga.
Oh, we got a lot of mangas.
What are we hitting first?
I don't know. What are you thinking?
Honestly, Chainsaw Man. Maybe that's
Yeah.
just my own bias because it's still kind of banging. It's mixed feelings, don't get me wrong.
It is very much banging. There's a lot of
Yeah.
bangs going on.
Yes.
Fucking just shooting buildings.
It's the Fujimoto cycle. We're on the holy shit Fujimoto. This is the good stuff end again.
Yes. I will say that I like, well...
It's like, where do we start?
First, we're just going to have to go all over the place because I don't remember where we left off of what we talked about. But I like that Asa is back in charge.
Yes. And it looks like they're slightly symbiotic because she did looked like she chose to go back to Yoru in the newest chapter.
Did she actually go back?
She did. Before they started going on the killing spree.
I didn't...
Are you one behind?
No, I'm definitely
Okay.
not. I read today.
Because ready? When they're eating...
I want
to go over like all of this dialogue too. This was really good.
Okay. So she's
Next.
here. She's here.
Next, right there. She takes a nice deep breath after she has what she has to say. Scar's back.
Oh, yeah, it is, huh?
It's almost kind of like bipolar.
Well, because she's the one who's using the bang power then.
Yep.
Is it actually Asa or was it
is
Euro?
Definitely Asa. Like, just
That's
listening
cool.
to what she says too, it's almost like bipolar, where Asa's the depressed one and Yoru's the manic one.
Yes.
Because, like, her being like, oh, I hate the sunset because the sun burns. And also, note that the chapter title is Toxic Couple.
And how she talks about how she's a toxic woman.
Yeah, I'm a toxic woman now. It's toxic additives. And you were right, Denji. I should only do fun things. I don't have to think about unpleasant things.
Oh, gross. There's a break next week for Chainsaw.
No!
13 days.
I was just praising Fujimoto. Okay, no, he needs it to keep this going. Yeah, like, listening to her talk, too. I used to always be thinking about bad things. I was always pissed off at everyone for living a normal life while I go through hell. Turns out they were just trying not to think about it. And then, boom, turns into Yoru. Stops thinking about it.
Well, hey, he had 4 full chapters in a row with no break.
Hey, and again, these have been bangers. We do still need to, like, go back to the... Because how much did we talk about the Death Devil? Did we talk about her at all?
None. 0. Nilch. Nada.
Wowza, were those some chapters?
We've been seeing the Death Devil all along.
Yes.
It makes so much sense now because we were like, what does Famine have to make her get the Fallen Devil in her pocket?
Still am going back around and putting the target sights back on my boy Yoshida. I swear to God, this man must know. Because again, he was the one in part 1 that first said, could he eat death? And he was the one that stared up at Famine whenever she was around and gave sussy looks. And they did have a little conversation after about the Nostradamus prophecy and everything.
Yeah,
but
when they were in the diner or cafe or whatever.
I still think something's up there.
Yeah. The world's gone to complete and utter shit, though.
Yeah, it's that part, like...
It's post-apocalyptic at this point.
I don't know if my immersion was off or what, because we always talked about how, like, they keep telling us the stakes are high, but the stakes never seem high. But it's finally at that point where, yeah, it looks like a post-apocalypse now.
Because they did it so slowly and so much in the background that you don't realize. Because...
You never get, like, the overhead shot.
Well, yeah, because, too, if you really paid attention in some chapters prior ago, when like ever Asa and Denji were going through their shit, or Yoro rather at the time, I noticed, I went back, I was looking at it, I was like, the city is just on fire.
And empty. Like, they're going through, like, burnt out kitchens with nobody around.
Well, even just before that, like, since Denji went into since Nayata's head rolled up on that fucking thing, this city's been on fire.
Yeah.
So actually, scratch that. Before that, since Bareem sat down on the bench next to Denji, and that whole mall thing started when Quan Chi came in and thought she fucked up the terrorist moves, but then everything went to shit.
Yeah.
Since that happened, the whole place has been on fire. Anytime it shows a background, the building in the background is on fire.
And people are just like...
People are flipping out. This fake chainsaw is sprouting through people's skulls. And it's basically the Chainsaw Man apocalypse. Not a zombie apocalypse. The Chainsaw Man.
Apocalypse.
Chainsaw apocalypse, yeah.
And yet school's still going on. Just because I'm on the Death Devil chapter right now.
Oh, yeah. So
the Death Devil, air quotes.
Here's my thing. How did Nayuta and Yoro not notice that they weren't talking to Famine all of this time, that it was Death? Because I feel like just because they have a different face, like Nayuta knew just instantly when the War Devil came.
Yeah.
Oh, you're War. Yeah, you're my sister. And then when Famine was around, oh yeah, you're Famine. Or whatever. Is it just by announcing, yeah, I'm Famine? Oh, yeah, you got a different face.
Because maybe because the whole death and rebirth shit, they just don't really, like, innately know.
Because I feel like you'd be like a
Nayuta still looks different than Makima.
Yeah. Well, the eyes are the same.
Eyes are the same. They all got the same eyes, though.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I do. That's the only thing that really marks them as definitely a horseman.
But then it's like, okay... I thought it was more like on a subconscious level that you'd see something like, without them saying, oh, yes, that's the Bat Devil. Oh, yeah, that's the Blood Devil. Oh, that's the fucking future Eye Devil, whatever. You know what I mean? They just subconsciously know what each other are. But apparently, that's not the case, and you can, like, bluff people and be like, nah, what do you mean? I'm the Darkness Devil.
Yeah.
You want to throw the smoke? You want to find out? I didn't think so.
Also, this would be Famine's powers to just kill people. Or just Famine just, like, killing. Or they're talking actual Famine now.
Yeah. New Famine person.
New Famine. Just because, like... I know they're pulling the whole, like, faking us out part. But it still ended up being, like, I kill people for life.
Yeah, they really leaned into it to be like, on the death, and then right at the very end.
Maybe it's sucking the nutrients out of them then?
Maybe.
I did love...
She is saying she's hungry.
She is, and also weirdly, like, I want to save the world in her own fucked up way. These are good chapters, though.
Yeah, they were.
Her doing all the fucking mathing out how he fights.
It seems like Chainsaw Man's coming to an end.
Yeah.
It's in the end game. And if this fucking shit ends without Kishibe coming back and explaining himself on
then
where
I'll
he's been,
imagine he's in Hawaii.
I'll imagine that he was dead.
I sure hope not. But the fucking Famine death reveal.
Yeah, that was fucking wild.
With one of the best fucking shots. I think this is one of the fucking covers was like Asa in this same like rooftopper pane or like this setup.
You know, I am actually happy about it too because when they introduced real Famine and led us to believe it was death, I was like disappointed. I was like, this is the death devil. I wasn't. I like the quote unquote personality.
Yeah, you just didn't like that it would be
no of Famine, of who we thought was Famine, the nonchalant, I don't really give. I like that persona of death better than the bumbling idiot that we got in True Famine. So I'm glad. I really like this twist.
I like the twist in general
because I like Old Famine. The idea of Old Famine being death better than New Famine being death.
I do think this brings you right back to famine, though. They're taking out all my organs. They're so close.
Oh yeah, the fallen devil, like the lily the next day in chapter. She's like, just so you know, death.
They can see your panties. It's just like. I do like Fami in general. I've always liked her in the story, even though she's constantly in the background. Well, on purpose.
On purpose, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were always sus of her too, so I'm surprised neither of us dropped that. Be like, what if she's like just fooling around?
Dead? What if she's not?
But we just trusted Fujimoto to be upfront and be like, no, that's famine.
I do like her comment that like, if the next Death Devil doesn't enjoy human culture like me, mankind would be destroyed in no time. Really early in the chapter, because they're like, she says, and I'll quote, even if I could die, another Death Devil would be born after my death. And if that devil doesn't like human culture, y'all fucked. Yeah. I like how real famine is even like, then you should just go get eaten by Chainsaw Man. This is what I mean. It keeps coming back to getting rid of death.
Again, we had that
Yoshida.
We had that conversation before. I think that's a bad.
I'd almost be willing to bet, though. I want to put money on it. None of my Chainsaw Man guesses are ever right, but I'm putting some money down on this one. I bet Yoshida's been a pawn of famine the whole time. And the only reason they even had a conversation was to update him on what was going on.
Yeah, I could see that.
Right?
I could see that.
Again, he was the first one to bring it up in part 1. Also, again,
unknown pawn or something.
Yeah. And I also really like these shots lately. The time to eat shot. I just like sat on this one for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I ate famine. What a line. And now they're pawns.
Still very opinionated pawns.
Right? The fact that she got in a sucker punch.
And that they can still like talk back.
Yeah.
And it seems that fake Chainsaw Man is just going to tell real Chainsaw Man, like, what's up. That's what he gave.
Why are you on your ass with your girlfriend?
Do you know the mistake you've made?
I don't even know the mistake he's made.
I assume it's assuming that death is famine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's probably just going to spill the beans, because you're right, they're not willing partners.
I still don't know, like, who is this fake Chainsaw Man?
I swore they said it in one of these chapters, or maybe it was one of my guesses along the way, because I was gonna guess that it's the Justice Devil. I think it was the same devil that girl Yuko. Oh, if that's right, I'm gonna be so fucking pleased with myself. You know, that girl turned into a devil with another devil's power. I think it was the Justice Devil, and I think this is finally him. Because he's embodying what justice is to society right now. Chainsaw Man.
Because there were 2 fake Chainsaw Mans, but the other one literally didn't have any chainsaw powers. But then we saw this guy. I think this is the one that we saw at the Fallen Devil stuff when that happened.
Yes, if I had to guess.
Because it was the leader of the Chainsaw Man cult that was pretending to be Chainsaw Man. But
maybe it was just my guess, because if they... See, look, I'm Chainsaw Man, devil-killing avatar of justice. But, oh. Okay. I have a new guess. He did reveal one thing. He says, 'cause the Justice Devil's inside me.
Yes.
I bet it's the Fire Devil, then. Because, just off of what they've said before, the Fire Devil, some way or another, is how all the chainsaws started spreading out on people. So I would bet this is the Fire Devil combined with the Justice Devil in some way.
Didn't we... someone also mentioned that we'd be seeing the Fire Devil soon? Because like he's bound to show up with all of this or whatever.
Yes, they said all the high-ranking, powerful devils will show up when the Lord of Terror comes. Oh. Who's probably also going to be a woman, if I had to guess. My Fujimoto lore.
I assumed the Lord of Terror was Death.
No, because Fami is still hedging against the prophecy, and when terror comes.
Why would, and now it just clicked randomly, why would Death be setting up a squad to make them strong enough to kill Death? Because that was Famine's thing. She wanted to get the War Devil and Chainsaw Man strong enough to fight Death, who is herself. Is she really just that bored?
That, or she was secretly preparing them for whoever the Lord of Terror is.
Assuming the Lord of Terror is someone else.
Maybe she really does want Denji to eat her. Because again, when they suggested it, there was like 2 straight panels without Fami's face, of her just like looking on the distance, thinking for a second, and then she said, "Okay, maybe we will be able to save humankind after I eat you." So maybe it is Fami's goal all along. But maybe there's like conditions. Maybe like he has to be strong enough or something like that. I'm spitballing with this a little bit.
All right.
That's my only guess, because Fami did seem like she doesn't want to just go off the rails and end up killing everybody, even by accident. This chapter, she even said, like, no matter what I do, no matter what I feel, when shit's going to hit the fan and people are going to get real scared of dying, more of them are going to die because of me.
It's just I'm still in the boat of Denji and Asa ain't doing shit.
No, and I'm also in the boat.
Especially because if, say this, unless, say this Lord of Terror is something else other than the Death Devil, right? So there's actually a background enemy that now Denji and Asa / Yoro can team up with Famine / Death Devil. And Famine and Fake Chainsaw Man. So you have the real Chainsaw Man, fake Chainsaw Man, and 3 of the 4 Horsemen. I think that team...
Sorry, I already discounted actual Famine as a fighter, but I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because she could at least reassemble herself, so...
So I would think that team you could argue, okay, because the only top devils that we know of that could potentially show up right now, well, plus Fallen Devil would be on their side too.
Yes.
So that's a big one. You got the Fire Devil, who is actually potentially the fake Chainsaw Man.
If I'm right, and I think my logic's pretty sound there.
Justice Devil's in them, so you got something there. So Lord of Terror plus Darkness Devil. That's the problem.
Lord of Terror is going to be really, really powerful, just based off the fact that we already speculated what a devil based on fear would be, like a fear devil. When everyone is powered by fear, anyways.
Yeah.
The fear of being afraid.
Yeah, fear of fear itself.
So it's gonna be the best, not the best, the biggest threat and possibly imaginable. And Darkness again was already pretty fucking bad. Makima barely touched him, and that she had to run everyone away. Thing was literally just chattering with its mouths, and people were just falling apart. He literally points at you, and Aki's arms are gone.
Yeah, brutal stuff. So if that dude comes out of hell,
I'm not even sure how they'd fight that. They'd have to just all attack at the exact same time and hope that he doesn't just dismember you.
Yeah, and then you got the Hell Devil on top of that, who's also got to be strong.
Yes. We've seen the Hell Devil, at least contracted. No, yes, because I've looked it up over and over again. I do.
It's badass looking. He's like a Minotaur thing, right?
Yeah, like a Minotaur sentry bot look, but organic. Because it has like a weird-ass head, if I remember right.
Yes, I feel like that's true as well.
Okay, I was wrong. It's more like a Scully kind of head, but yeah, the Minotaur part lines up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's badass. It's more like a Groot Minotaur because the feet of the horse look like roots.
I wonder if I'll get a result looking up the Fire Devil for Chainsaw Man. Nope. Not really. I'm getting a whole lot of Fire Punch pictures, though.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, so it was... I actually found the page again on accident. That... Yeah, it even says Fake Justice Devil here. But yeah, the Fire Devil's the one that spread all the Chainsaw Mans. And that makes sense if he's all obsessed with justice, because Chainsaw Man's a symbol of justice.
Yeah.
The part that keeps... Because it's... I mean, I'm even going to say I think my logic is incredibly solid. The only thing that makes me doubt it is the fact that Famine ate them this time and still just called him Fake Chainsaw Man when she went to summon him. It's like, is that really his name now? Like
right.
His official name?
His name, your name, is Fake Chainsaw Man.
Oh, we've also actually seen the Justice Devil. My brain is actually potatoes. Look at this fucking thing.
Jesus.
Justice, baby.
Yeah.
I'm actually super excited to someday reread part 2 in a binge. I feel like at the pace of just shooting through it, it actually reads so good until Dingy gets a handy. And then I'm probably going to groan once again and wonder how it made it to print once again. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I want to read?
What?
I need to get back on fucking reading my Berserk volumes.
You do. I need to get on reading your Berserk volume. But I was like reading Carl Jung instead. Just make sure we finished everything in the newest chapter.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, pretty much, because it pretty much just ended them fighting and him saying, "Are you aware of the mistake you made?"
No, man. Why don't you just tell me?
The mistake I made cleaning up the city for your ass? Oh yeah, I'm actually super not caught up in Kagurabachi. I'm 1.5 chapters behind.
How fucking dare you?
I know.
So you don't even know the context of the glory that is the current chapter, because it doesn't happen until the very end of this chapter. So why don't you just scroll to the last page?
Oh God! No! Wow. Okay. First of all, Samura, what the fuck, man?
You don't even know what happened
in
this chapter.
Because I did see Hirohiko call for his sword. I was like, oh man, is this really going to happen? I thought they wouldn't. I thought they'd make an excuse not to. I didn't think they would just go right into it like this. Ooh, sorry, I can't just blitz through the next chapter, though. I'm going back to where I was and then back it out for now.
It sucks, too, because this chapter, like, on the 3rd page is, like, a heavenly chapter for me, but then, like, 3 chapters later, it's ruined again.
Sorry, now I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good stuff, bud. But yeah, Kagurabachi's been doing work I can't really talk about it though, because
I know I'm trying, bro.
it all leads up to. I mean, that means that we only had one chapter to I guess the one you're reading, right? Because I think we talked about the one before.
I had 3 Kagurabachis for sure. Oh. But it wasn't much. It was all of the backstory of her life.
Yeah.
With her dad, which was heartbreaking, honestly.
Yeah.
Just that whole duality of her being like, I'm doing all of this just to stay with my dad, just for him to still leave for her good.
And the fucking end of this chapter, too. It's the newest chapter.
Also, the fact that fucking Shiba definitely knows what's up.
Shiba is suspiciously missing right now because of what's happening right now. And I'm like, bro, you need to be somewhere.
He's going to be doing something.
You need to pick one of the 2 places and you need to be there. Because if you're not at either of the 2 places, you're beginning to be a little sus. But no, it's Kagurabachi's doing good work.
It sure is. Super sorry. Let's Dandadan it up.
Yes. Dandadan.
So much Dandadan.
Yeah, I think we have like 6 chapters.
I think we have a whole ass fight and now a whole ass new fight.
Yeah, you finished the Dandadan. You're caught up, right?
Yes, I am 100% caught up on Dandadan.
Yeah, so am I.
And the whole Yukishiro fight, the goth girl, was so good in my opinion. Like, her backstory into everything actually kind of hit real hard for me. Piano girl.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think we even talked about that at all.
No. I don't think I think the last thing we talked about with Dandadan was Queen, right? That's her name?
Yes.
The nurse?
In between the 2 fights. Like, when they all fought her in the home ec room.
Yes.
Into the Queen stuff. So now it's the gymnasium fight, which was just, again, kind of just peaked to me. I thought it was so good. I know you don't like Ira that much.
I don't, but it was good stuff. And
that whole backstory with her having to pick up her passion again.
It sucks, but it doesn't, because that girl, the other teacher,
the one that was controlling the zombies.
No, so the female teacher that was inches away from getting her revenge on the gym teacher.
Yes.
Just for the pygmies to steal it from her, but got revenged upon by everyone else. So it's like, because the other teacher would have stabbed him with the knife, he would have, which she almost, or did she actually do it? Did she get because he admitted defeat. Did she get the stab in before his body was taken away by the pygmies?
I think so. I do think so.
All right.
So by the bugs, too, I think.
Yeah, the bugs. That's what I'm really talking about.
Yeah, but I'm still on the same page with you. But yes, I do think she got the stab off.
Because she would have got his power back.
Because I think that's what saved them in the first place. Because they were about to, like, get their fucking shit kicked in by the basketball people. By the basketball zombies.
Yeah, because I'm actually forgetting. But then where'd the bugs come from? The bugs were...
the piano girl.
Yeah.
It was to... Oh, I even remember the...
So,
the idol thing explaining it, where it's like, no, her power is not to just, like, control things. It's to control, like, lesser life forms or something like that.
So it's basically the pygmies, just pygmy
bugs. Because then, like, the pygmies, I don't think she called, like, in spirits. I think it literally just summoned all of, like, that kind of bug from around the city. And that's where they were all getting pulled from.
Yeah. Because those things carried that dude from that apartment building.
Straight onto her platter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was even posting about this. Because, again, the whole freaking backstory of her losing her freaking passion to like, her strict mother.
Yeah.
And then getting it back. Just hit. And every time music's involved in Dandadan, Tatsu's just so fucking on point. It's insane. Like, the man draws sound better than, like, anybody.
I can't wait to see it animated in 7 years.
Yes, well, I'd give them, like, 4. Because, again, we're getting more Dandadan in, like, a month or, like, 3 months maximum. They're coming
June,
back.
Right?
Yeah.
Or July.
Yeah, it's one of the two, but I think it's June, but I was hedging my bets there.
Well, because the season would start at the end of June, so maybe get an episode in June.
It's going to be the whole Evil Eye stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It just hit so much for me. Again, it's all in the cinematography. I were even describing, like, I dropped the piano after you did because, like, trying to get to where you were was the only thing that kept me passionate about it. And this shots of her being like, remember, with all the parts where she's just the depressed background girl. It's just, oof. Oh, Tatsu.
But then...
Are you getting excited for some Kinta? Is that
My
what
boy
Kinta.
Yeah.
I won't lie, too. He's hitting in these chapters, too. He's really strutting that stuff.
MVP right now.
Yeah. The passion and imagination.
Do we know this other dude? I know that
he's the bully. The one...
No. I know the bully. The one that Okran beat in the race. So this is where his revenge kick is. But the other guy...
Yes, he's one of the alien force that fought them. Okay. I could probably point him out if I get that really cool shot of them together.
I thought so, because I was like, he mentioned that situation before, and I was like, were you part of that? I don't remember. But he's got like a whole backstory now too, and it's like, oh, he's got some kind of tragic backstory. Just
she.
Well, no, because he's saying that
he's saying they're saying they lost their whole planet and all the things they loved,
and then
but
showed
they're
a
blonde
person.
like the girl that was getting destroyed. Because you see them with their mask off for like one moment in one of these chapters, and it's blonde and has a target eye on the same eye that was getting gouged out in the backstory. I think it's the girl, the woman. God, can I just get this one friggin' shot?
My fucking poor Okaran, dude, taking the heat from both of these fools, being like, it's your fault. It's like, bitch. No,
maybe they weren't in the fight. I'm confusing it with this speedster. But they don't look the same, unless they have a different suit now. Because they got like the same body shape.
I still love that Okaran took all of them on at the same time because they were afraid of him.
Yes, I love that by the end they're like, hey, kind of sorry, man, but this is why we had to do it like this. So yeah, loser 1 and loser 2.
Yes.
In the Germain death gambit.
Jermaine's really doing the quantity over quality.
He sure is. The part that's like really crazy to me is he's this power collector, but he's so willy-nilly handing people powers just to get these powers. It's like, you can have my zombies and my this and my this. Give me that fucking Turbo Granny shit and the turtle singing girl.
He's trying to trade up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could just recall the powers by choice. Because I would just sacrifice my whole collection to get a little more collection.
I like fighting Jermaine though is gonna be wild because he has all those powers on his just sword that he can just give to himself to use in combat. So that's gonna be like Saint Germain's one of those like
kind of endgamey
end boss, like let's take on the whole squad.
Yeah,
like the whole grown
and
family.
They're gonna need it. Even just the one power we know he has is the fairy tale card is gonna be a bitch. Taking everybody's like perceptions and shit. And yeah, just because I was scanning through the chapter. And that's the chapter that opens with the shot of the chick being like torn up.
It is a very feminine looking face too. I mean, the body is alien, so you can't really go off that. But.
And the one shot we did get of them like together, the dude had brown hair. So I think he's dead.
Yeah. Either way, though, Kinta just bodied the other fool, and then this guy or girl, person, ran away.
Yep.
And I'm just sitting there thinking, why'd you run away?
To be fair, he did just get his ass beat by the person he came to fight with.
True, but I'm sitting there be like, yo, they're in way worse shape. And they just spent
This
themselves.
is your chance.
This is your chance. I mean, plot armor.
Yeah.
But I feel like Okuran and Kinta would get fucked if this other thing decided to just come in. Yeah, it's hilarious. I loved the merge. And Okuran, I knew it before the page turn. I was like, dude, Okuran's face is going to be somewhere weird. And his face turn, and his face
so
is the crotch.
Everything from the fusion on was just fucking hilarious.
Oh my
man.
God,
Kinta was so funny these chapters.
At the very end of this chapter, I give you
Come
permission.
forth, oh creative powers.
I give you permission. For what? You can call me Colonel. Told you, man. Kinta's awesome.
Kinta is pretty great.
He's showing his quality that he deserves Vamala.
Oh, stop there.
Oh, nope. It's happening.
GG Vamala.
No. GG can have Ira.
No. Ira can have the bad boy.
The two bullies can
Ira
be together.
Zuma.
No, Zuma deserves better. Zuma can go with the fucking class prez or someone.
Yeah.
It doesn't match, though.
Yeah.
They don't
No, Ira and Zuma. You can't even lie that look would be good.
Ira doesn't deserve Zuma.
Ira's perfectly fine. You're holding a long-ass grudge.
You know what's hilarious, too, though? Because Gigi was the exact same way, and I love Gigi.
Yeah.
Because Gigi made fun of Momo, and Ira made fun of fucking
and
Ken.
Gigi was stepping up on the relationship, too.
He was.
He was.
Multiple times. But, you know, he's funny.
Ira's a better fighter, at least. I'm not even going to take ifs, ands, or buts on that.
She's better than Gigi, but the evil eye would fuck her face.
I would like to see it. I'd like to see it currently, at least. When Evil Eye's introduced, yeah, totally. Agreed. But I want to see currently how Tatsu would play that.
Hey, man, Gigi can do the Kamea wave, right?
He can. He can.
That says something.
He will absolutely never hit her with that.
Probably not. Has he hit anyone with it that wasn't preoccupied? You know what I mean?
No.
I
One
he's
alien
used it
that
once.
was charging him, maybe.
I think he used it once, but Momo was like holding him.
Yeah. Probably to charge him up.
No, holding the target.
Oh! I love the little Okuran passion moment. Passion!
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
knew Ray was setting up like this too. Oh man, they're hitting him with the tombstone, with the power bomb.
Tombstone of Justice.
The
they were
pile
fucking
driver.
Yeah, and they were way up there too. Like you saw that city skyline below them. Look at that.
And look at all of that metal they were calling heavy, keeping them up, slamming down.
Yeah, he felt that one for sure.
Banger.
Well,
and you didn't read Spy Family.
I didn't, and you didn't read Kaiju.
We didn't.
And then I had problems with Kaiju, but I liked how the chapter ended.
I have problems with Kaiju in general.
Speak them.
I think I said it last time, to be honest. Who the fuck is doing your eyeball surgery in the fields?
Oh, yes.
I mean, classic Shonen, swapping eyes like your retinas will immediately connect to all of the nerves.
But I will tell you, in the newest chapter, it gives credence that transfer already happened before the fight.
Oh.
Because it introduces something that I dislike even more. What are you looking at?
I'm scrolling through it.
I don't like, because you're scrolling through it, I'll just state that I don't like that, because I feel like it's an ass pull to take a character that already had strength or whatever, beat her fight, no, like very closely, almost lost her fight, and then all of a sudden now when you need another character to be strong in a fight, all of a sudden Shinomiya actually has the same eyes as fucking Narumi, so that's Kaiju number 1. And she's able to use Kaijus number 5, 6, and 8, or 5, or 3 others. So she has like 4 Kaiju weapons she's rocking into battle with right now.
Yeah, this manga is definitely ending.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's bullshit. But I do like the end, how she's like determined to get free her father from.
I just hate this new Kafka form so much.
I don't. I like it. What do you got problem? Why don't you like it?
I just don't like the proportions.
Like, you don't like it visually.
Yeah, visually. She just looks fucking weird to me. I think the original is just way cooler.
I do agree. The original is cooler. Yes, this one's more.
It's like trying to be Satan-y, but not really hitting the mark.
It looks like the original form, but all of its skin was flayed off.
Yes.
It's just the muscle underneath is now on the outside.
I do love Shinomiya's look in this chapter, though. Her rolling up like that, like that's a fucking banger. Her just standing there like that.
Yeah. But she should be on death's door right now.
She should be. So Narumi should have been on death's door and Hoshina too, to be honest. They shouldn't have come back into this fight as strong as they were.
I still don't like that Narumi was, though. Because he only fought one thing, and his fight was over so quickly. Hoshina's fight was so much harder. And Narumi is supposed to be the top dog of everything, you know what I mean? And his performance is just lackluster to me.
Agreed. And I would have liked all this Shinomiya stuff if the manga was fucking longer. Can we just space out some of this instead of... Because it just makes it so clear it's the final fight. Everyone's getting every fucking...
Yeah.
Power up and maneuver they need.
And they just introduced this new ancient kaiju that's taken over fucking kaiju number 9, 8, 9.
9.
Yes.
I also really had to think.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the name of the manga?
Is it kaiju number 9 or is it kaiju number 8?
But yeah, it's definitely ending. And as much as I kept bad for it to keep going, maybe it should just end.
It's definitely ending after this fight.
Good.
Yeah. It's time.
It is time. It could have gone longer, but that road has now closed.
Because, like, listen, a couple of months ago, Shonen's going to look way different in a year from now.
It is.
Or even, like, a year and a half. Because we just had Monsters end with fucking Attack on Titan ended a long time ago. Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia ended, Oshinoko ended, what's the other big one that is?
Black Clover's ending.
Black Clover's ending. Who knows? 2 or more manga panel drops or whatever. And
has it grown more?
There was another one. I swear there was another big name that just ended. But anyway,
My Hero?
I said that one.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay, but even just those few. Okay. Kaiju number 8 definitely seems to be ending
Chainsaw Man.
soon. Chainsaw Man definitely is ending soon.
Knowing Fujimoto, it could take him like 2 years to finish up this Lord of Terror shit, but this is definitely going to be the last arc.
Maybe, but because we spent all of part 1 building up to the Gun Devil, and the Gun Devil is not very long.
True.
And then the Makima situation right after was not very long. It was like, what, 4 chapters?
Maybe more like 6, because a lot of the Makima fight is fighting everyone Makima collected.
Yeah.
Which was rough, because again, like him fighting the 7 weapons. Also, I'm so glad we circled back to Chainsaw Man. It does still kind of irk me that 3 of the 4 Horsemen's powers are to control people. I mean, at least war turns them into weapons, but what's the difference with control and death besides the conditions to control people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me no likey.
Me no likey either. It should have just been Makima's thing. They just really wanted to have minions, and Death didn't need an excuse to have loyal minions. She's fucking Death.
Yes.
It's follow me or die. That's the conditions. But whatever.
Oh. Get it out. It's on the tip of my tongue. Andy.
Undead Unluck?
Yes, Undead Unluck.
Did you watch more?
Ended.
Yes,
Manga.
it did end.
That was the other one.
I don't know why I fell for such an obvious not you watching more of it.
I canceled my Hulu subscription.
Oh!
Hey, I'll be back when Bleach comes
I'm
back.
more of an Undead Unluck fan.
I know, right? I'll get there, maybe.
I sure hope so. I have all of my gripes are in what you haven't seen yet, but also some of the best shit, like seeing Victor again.
Yeah, I saw the first part of him. I don't
What
like
even is the last thing that happened?
the plague guy.
With the zombies in the town?
Yeah, I know. I'm like halfway through it, yeah. Still got like another 12 episodes. Because right at the end of the zombie things, that's when,
Is that even halfway?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think that's like halfway through the first chunk.
Watch it be. Watch it be like episode 4.
Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about Undead Unluck, because anything I say will be spoilers.
Yeah,
There's a moment in Undead Unluck where I'm like, oh, okay, this is an anime for sure. Not in a bad way, where I'm like, okay, I'm here for this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someday.
no. No day.
But yeah, man, so much is like coming to a close.
It is, and all we really have that we know is going to be super successful is Kagurabachi.
Which I could also see totally ending in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe not even.
I'd say about 2 years is fair, but it does move really fast. I did not expect Samura to actually show back up in the in this arc, to be honest.
Because Cloud Gouger is destroyed.
Yep.
Samura has his blade back.
Tobimune. And then Kumayuri is the one Hirohiko has.
Yes. Which
Shinuichi.
I guarantee you by
sword
the end of
wielders.
this arc, either
Hirohiko?
Hirohiko's sword is either going to get destroyed or returned to Kagura. I haven't done that in a while.
It's been a while.
It has. It will be returned to
Famed
Chihiro.
hero Kagurabachi.
Yes. So, Haku is not living through this arc.
Hirohiko.
Here you go. Yes, sorry.
I almost thought he would until they only teleported like 5 feet away on top of a storage container. Like when the partner jumped in to teleport Hirohiko away, I thought they were just going to fuck off entirely. I didn't think they went to a storage bin in like line of sight.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
probably.
again, how this latest chapter ended, something else is happening, that things are moving even faster than you think.
What are we at? 74?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be like a 200 chapter manga.
Maybe even 150.
Unless they have more. Because again, they're still like whatever John Hishaku actually wants to do. Because there's no fucking way. He said all of that shit and said he wants to wield Shinuichi, and that's just where the plan ends. Yeah, bro, I'm just going to wield the blade so it doesn't do that evil shit. That's it. That's the whole plan. That's why I'm gathering murderers.
Yeah.
For the greater good, bro.
So, and then we got the 2 other swordsmen, right?
Yes,
There's only
the
2 more.
fish market guy and the girl.
And that's it. So you got...
For this.
Okay,
Again,
so all
there
right,
might
so
be
picture
more.
this then. All right. Regardless of what I may or may not know. Say this arc ends with Hirohiko dying, Chihiro reclaiming that sword, whether it be broken or he reclaims it and it gets stored away with next to the Shinuichi. Or, if they're smart...
So we're
not
far
next-
away from the
so we're-
Shinuichi.
Yes, so we're far away.
In a 20-foot grave.
Yes. or find a way to destroy it yourself. I mean, if you can...
Drop it in the Marianas Trench.
If during a fight, Cloud Gouger is weakened enough that Chihiro is able to cut it in half, and then, because it was cut in half, you just use the ability... the thunder ability a bunch of times, and it just destroys.
Fucking cool. They better make a really good adaptation for this fucking anime. I swear to God, if these fights suck, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You know what they need to do? What's the material called? Like
Datenseki.
Datenseki. Alright? There's no way that Chihiro doesn't know how to at least somewhat mold that material. Because he was with his father all the time. He probably knows something. Make a chisel, right, dude? Just make a chisel. You take Kamiyuri, you put it down on a vise, and then you take that chisel, you put it on it, and you take the biggest fucking hammer you can find, and you just smash it, and you cut that bitch in half. Then you use its ability
to drain out the rest
6 times to drain out the rest, and it turns to ash in your hand, just like Cloud Gouger did. Then
problem solved.
And then you have 2 more arcs for the other 2 swords, all culminating into John Hishaku and the Shinuichi.
Well, the Shinuichi guy might be his own arc, and then John Hishaku. So I'd say that's 4 arcs. Because we don't know how it's going to go down when he gets Shinuichi and kills this guy. Because they are hyping up this Shinuichi master guy.
Yeah, because it took all of the other swordsmen to take him out.
And he was, the brother or best friend of?
Rokihiro.
Yeah. So... they are really hyping him up. I think he'll have his own arc before John Hishaku gets the sword.
Yeah, because to get the sword, you need to kill him. So.
Yeah.
But apparently not, because you can still use it as fucking Hakuri's father showed.
Yes, though it does seem like it was just him using it. Because remember, he said something.
Okay, actually, you know what? Because time skip modes have happened, and now, conveniently, Hakuri has been missing, but he's had time to rest. Where is he right now? Who's with him? Shiba, maybe. Hey, you're awake. Your magic's back. Here, let me teleport you to the other 2 sword masters, and then instantaneously get the other 2 swords.
Blah.
Yeah.
Getting back to the brain surgeon. We gotta get our bot back up. Poor Hakuri. Too useful for the plot.
Way too useful.
Gotta be in permanent surgery.
That's a dude that cuts 100 chapters off your manga.
What was once a long journey up the mountains and into the forests is now a teleport and teleports away.
That's a dude that took the Eagles to Mordor.
Yup. Again, permanent brain surgery, boy. Might as well just hook him up to a machine that pumps mana into him to do his job.
Which is another reason, too, where I just am not afraid for Chihiro. Like, if Chihiro got his arm cut off right now, I'd be like, okay.
Where's Char? Is Shiba gonna teleport her in and then send her back to, preschool?
Right? So
yeah.
It's like, okay, you lost your arm, but then you go after the arc and you get your arm back. Because he already did that, right? He lost a limb.
Yeah.
He was walking around with just a sleeve.
Which was real fucking sick, too. It was so badass. I love that he's just getting more and more fucked up. Like, there's scars all over his face now. There's permanence to it. When someone gets hurt in Kagurabachi, they both actually get hurt and kind of don't actually get hurt. You can lose arms, but God forbid you get paper cuts on your face.
I really wish you read this week's chapter.
Oh, sorry. I was really trying. But then I ate a burger.
Damn.
And that was less than an hour before you got to me.
But anyway, yeah, it's fucking... We'll talk about it next week. Better not be a fucking break on Kagurabachi, though.
Oh, let me see what the timer says. 4 days.
Nice.
Yeah, because I really want to take my time and read that. Even this chapter before the newest one is just so good. Oh god, how many Astro Babies do I have now?
I have a few.
I have 7.
Yeah, I don't have that many. Let me see.
I do plan to catch up on that, but that will be a binge.
I don't know if I plan to catch up on Wild Strawberry.
I also am so ready to just drop Wild Strawberry.
I have 3 and a 0.1 chapter of Wild Strawberry.
Or, better put, I'm in no rush.
Well, you're not that far behind me. You're only 2 behind me. I got 5 fucking Astrobabies.
Oh, hey. So yeah, I definitely...
But I tell you, though, a lot has happened in those 2 chapters.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm so ready, because I still love Astro Baby. It really is just a time thing.
The fight started between all the dudes that, Wormface, I think.
Yeah.
That he sent out. They all found the base of operations. So
oh, shit.
Attacking. Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Strawberry is going to be a someday, but I am no longer in a rush for it. Astro Baby takes way more precedence than that.
Yeah. Like, it's not bad. It's just not something that, like, sometimes I go to read it in the week, like, when we're reading it, I was, like, forcing myself to read it because we talked about it.
Astro Baby gets a laugh and is intriguing and stuff like that, and then I go to Wild Strawberry, it's like, it's another dark shonen. With very little meat on its bones.
Which also seems to not have a very long plot
No.
going for it, you know what I mean? So
it's one of those ones where I can imagine them writing out an ending any moment for when it's canceled. Like Ginkan Luna did, like so many others do. Where it's like, any moment now, I can just imagine them speed running their way to the mother thing.
Yeah.
The mother seed.
The mother chica.
Yes, that one. So I don't know. The art's so good and like, the plant aesthetic's so great, but then the characters just aren't.
You're just mad that Makoto got killed.
I am, and I'm really mad with how it was handled. It did really drain all of my motivation out. It's not even just that it was him killed. Again, it's just the characters are not that deep.
I don't like the fact the girl stood by and watched and like Kingu do it all.
Yeah.
Because Kingu's been there for like 2 weeks. I don't know how much longer she's been there, but she should have a stronger connection to Makoto than him. So she should have been. I think it should have been a 2v1 fight because Makoto should also.
It easily could have with the power levels too. Like...
Yeah, Makoto should have been stronger than the two, and his Jika is now inhabiting his body. So it should have required a 2v1 situation.
It's even worse because she didn't like get her own nice fight either. It's not like she was busy. She was literally watching.
She was standing watching with somebody else.
Yes.
At certain points. Just another random cadet. But I don't know. Someday. Is fucking Shoujo No still thinking that got canceled too?
No, it ended. I don't know if it ended because of cancellation though, but it definitely ended.
Yeah, I won't.
And I think the kid died. Ryaha.
Who's the fuck is that? The main character?
Yeah, the main boy.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he died. I did pop my face in there.
I'm sure it was very confusing.
It sure was. Yeah, Ryaha's dead.
Well then.
Yeah. Barely world peace or some shit. These shots are fucking amazing in this last chapter, though. I gotta say, look at some of this fucking art, dude. Right after this one, it's fucking...
Ooh, that is actually a very nice shot.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Like, holy shit.
So is this one, to be honest with you.
Yes.
All I want to do is see you, Riha. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like...
Just look at that. 4 fucking panels in a row. I'm gonna assume she's dead too, by the way.
Yeah, maybe, because this is like...
Based on the symbolism of those last few pages.
Yeah, because the whole city she was walking through in the first place, this fucking part is like I forgot what they're even called. We could call them Jinka, even though they're not. Jinka Heaven.
And then she's like walking through the wilderness looking for him, so it's probably assumed that she just kind of collapses out there. And well, she's a robot though; she doesn't need.
I think this is literally
sustenance.
like the collective unconscious world, because the last part I saw was that he was almost dying, and they had to replace him with Gijin parts. So something about that made him have access to that like collective unconscious that she was tapping into that whole time, where she's like making robots rise up.
Aren't Gijin made from humans or something like that?
Yeah, it was super gross. I'm kind of happy we dropped it.
Yeah, it was losing me.
Another one of those moments where a manga's hitting a downturn is when they were huffing the grinded up Gijins. I was just like, I'm so done with this.
Well, they kept trying to raise the shock value of the anime, and like, there's only so high you can go.
And that's not even why we were reading, really.
Yeah, I think we just were reading because it was a new thing.
The plot was good. The characters weren't bad. It was a good idea, and they just kept trying to be so fucking edgy.
Yeah, the first couple of chapters are pretty good.
Yeah, so the art, again, is incredible. That last... God.
That was really good.
But
so hopefully...
Edge.
He comes out... I mean, that art would be wasted to just be his only work, so...
Agreed. I'm actually gonna make a mental note of the author. I wonder if any of these other fucking ones that we started and stopped have been canceled. The author is...
I feel like there was one that we were reading that I saw that I guess was popping off. But...
Ichi the Witch?
Oh, yeah, I think it is that one.
That one's still going. 30 chapters, for another in 4 days. Shinobi Undercover, still going. Ruri Dragon's still going. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna pull my goddamn brains out.
Shadow Eliminators got canceled after 19 chapters.
Hey, good.
You hated that one.
I sure did.
Nue's Exorcist is still going strong, dude. 94 chapters. We read the first 3 on the podcast. New chapter coming in 4 days. So, Nue's Exorcist is... The fact that it's 94 fucking chapters. Holy shit, when did this come out? 2000... Was it really 2023?
Holy shit.
September 10th is 2023 for chapter 17. 1 through 16 don't have dates.
I have 38 chapters of Trojan X to read.
Oh, that's like 70 chapters.
I'm gonna cry.
Those are like 3 chapter length chapters, aren't they? Or like
They
at least
are.
double.
Oh my god, I'm fucked.
You also have a fuckload of, because you were, well, if you still plan to read anyway. Oh my god, what's the vampire one?
Seraph of the End?
Yes.
Seraph of the Gaze.
Seraph of the Gaze.
I do plan to. And those are also really long chapters, but Seraph of the End's art is like really fucking good and consistent. Oh my god, yeah. The last chapter I read was 46 fucking pages.
Of Trojan X.
Seraph of the End.
Oh.
Because it's also monthly.
Yeah.
Let me see. Like,
Wait.
Like,
Trojan X is monthly and you have 30 chapters?
Trojan X is whenever the fuck Sui Ishida decides to give Shonen Jump his chapter. It never has timers. It's always really random. Like, they give him so much freedom. It's insane. I don't blame them.
Well, I mean, he did Tokyo Ghoul, right?
February 5th, February 13th, February 20th. So, no, it's mostly weekly. But it's also whatever the fuck he wants. Unless it ended and that's why there's no more timer. But no. It's somewhat weekly. Okay, here's a fun one. September 26th, September 30th. Only 4 days away from each other. October 7th, October 14th. December 16th, January 3rd. So, yeah. It's whatever the fuck he feels like giving them their chapter. March 10th, March 24th, April 14th.
Damn.
Yeah, so it just doesn't have a schedule. He doesn't do that. Not a fan of that one. Man, even like Seraph of the End's like base art, I kind of just love. Of course, it's gonna take forever to load. Even just like the blackness of the blacks.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's clean. It's consistent. So, I actually was really enjoying it. It just takes so long to get through one goddamn chapter of it.
I just need to make more time to read, man. I just need to try and like
schedule.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, okay,
I opened a book for like the first time in years.
When we were having that conversation about all those books that were ever, I read fucking like 10 pages of the Divine Comedy and I haven't touched it since.
Oh. I think I might get Crime and Punishment. Nietzsche?
No, that's
is it Dostoevsky?
Dostoevsky. Yeah.
I saw a flowchart of what order to read Dostoevsky books, so
Is Crime and Punishment like number one or what?
Yeah, it was the first one.
Well, because it's just a story about a dude who commits a murder and how that changes him and everything around him.
Oh, do I not have...
It was him... I guess it's the character trying to commit a justified murder. But everything goes wrong. Fair.
As it probably would. Yeah, I didn't save it. Damn it. And my likes are going to be an actual disaster.
Yeah. I want to read it too, Crime and Punishment. And he has another one too, though. How I found Dostoevsky randomly, the brothers Komarov.
Yes.
Do you remember that conversation we had?
Yes.
With the brothers Komarov about how Kurama from Naruto, my autocorrect, kept putting it to Komarov.
Yes.
From the brothers Komarov, and I had no idea what the fuck it was, so I googled it, and that's what I found. I was like, what the...
It's a pretty great way. That's like destiny right there.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think I liked it. Dang.
Yeah, so I need to just be like, okay, Thursday, or whatever day, no video games, nothing. It's just a reading day. Whatever I read something, whether it be a book,
a manga,
a manhwa, whatever. But actually,
I need to do it too.
Getting down and doing it, Doesn't mean technically I could say I read a book every day because I read my son Lord of the Rings before bed every day.
So, but you read those already.
So
new literature.
Yes.
I still need to read the 2 nonfiction books I have. I mean, I started reading that day we were talking, but I haven't read more since. And all I read was the 3 fucking forwards this book has. It was a forward from the publisher, a forward from the editor, and a forward from the goddamn author.
I normally skip all that shit and
it was
prefaces
nice,
and
but it was too
introductions,
much. Yeah,
and all that shit. I skip all of that and go right to chapter 1.
I shoulda, honestly.
But fuck them.
Fuck them. Feels like a right place to call it.
Yeah. A nice manga filled one.
We needed it.
We did need it.
Next time we'll have Kagurabachi, Spy Family.
Yes. I need to read that.
Yes. I don't even remember.
No, we also need to get back on doing is we need to get back on Sakamoto and Magi.
We do. Sorry, I just had to laugh to myself because I finally remembered what happened. It's the last little story bits of Spy Family. It's a good couple chapters.
Yeah, I got you.
And Centuria.
Oh shit! I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, we let those build up now
because it's on a different app.
Yeah,
it's the only thing I read on that app too.
Same. I have a few things favorited and bookshelfed or whatever, but I haven't read them.
I don't remember where we left off, and we're fucked because we can't read a chapter.
Waterboy's sister just showed up.
Yeah, and started attacking.
Yeah, they started a fight.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely want to get back on reading manga.
Same. We were beasting on it.
We were.
And Sakamoto. I mean, Now that the anime let me down, I need the good stuff. I need the source material straight into my veins.
And we're almost done with the ball bed arc, too, so... Of Magi.
Yes. I forgot that we're not even done with it yet.
We're very close. It's very, very, very close. We probably have one more, 5-chapter read session.
Yeah, it was literally the final stretch that I didn't even see coming sort of deal.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll end there, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good week.
It's been the Dukes of Weedom. Take care, bye.
Peace.